right, YouTube, we're here. Right on cue. I'm going to wait for everything to load and get going. All right, looks good to me. Discord event has started. Yeah, let's do it, folks. Yeah, I'm here. Let's pause it, get going. I hate how the YouTube analytics looks, but yeah, I mean, guess what, folks? Special one, as always. Every video is special, but this one, pistols, will always be really, really fun. So yeah, we are talking about the best secondary weapons in the game. I'm hoping for this to be about 15 to 20 minutes to do the actual tier list. I guarantee you that some of these I don't have builds for. I guarantee you I'll have to put together new builds for some of these, but it'll be really easy. I'll be able to do it in a second. Here we go, folks. What are we talking about? The best secondary weapons. And what that really means is I use a lot of secondary weapons because secondary weapons are fun because when you're doing, you know, just weekly content that's not difficult, you can still do it solo. And most of the time I'm doing it with just a pistol and a melee. And the reason I do that is because rifles are just too strong. Primary, like as soon as you have a primary, you're like, oh, I don't really have to worry about anything in this game. Like even if you're using like a not as great primary, you'll still do fine. So forcing myself to only use a pistol and a melee puts me in a lot of weird situations where like, oh shit, an acolyte spawned or a Necramech spawned in this case, and I don't have a good setup. So a pistol, you know, when we're at this early in the gameplay, what you're really talking about with a pistol is like, it has to have both, you know, kills per second and DPS. Like you have to be able to clear out enemies fast enough to keep a survival active, and then also be able to deal with a Rogue Necramechs spawning, and now you're just doing cavia standing, and suddenly you're like, oh god, here we go, this is where the game begins. So I think what you're talking about is, I guess what I would say is, if you have these weapons, which are meta weapons, it means that you can use whatever melee you want. But if you're using the next week's videos, which is going to be just S tier as we did before, you're going to need a hybrid heavy attack weapon, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. Something like a Nikana or a Warfan, or I mean, god, even like a rapier now at this point, or a dual dagger. Like there are a lot of different melee weapons that have that built-in slash proc on the heavy attack, and that's going to save you for the DPS. Like pretty much every weapon I use is good for KPS. It can deal with trash mobs. It can clear out groups of enemies. I want to say shout out Shadow Grizz for saying I'm doing the sacrifice quest and chasing Excalibur Umbra. Definitely check out the Umbra video that I just released. That was last Sunday. But yeah, let's get right into it, folks. 2 minutes in, hoping for a 15-minute video. Number one on the list, Atomos Incarnon. Great example of KPS and DPS. In the normal form, it is the fastest map wiper. It's so criminal. It's so good. And then you swap to your Incarnon and you click a Necramech in its weak spot and it dies. The Incarnon form deals a lot of damage. It's very fun. And yeah, that's why it's number one. Like I ranked it maybe differently in the Incarnon tier list, but that was a while ago. And now that I've come around to it and tested all of them, I'm like, oh, I know. Anyway, number two on the list, Lex Incarnon. What do I have to say, folks? If you've played the Lex Incarnon, you know. If you've played it, you know. That thing is scary. That is like probably the girthiest infinite punch through bullet in the game. Like it's wide, and it just like, it doesn't matter. It's like if an enemy is in your field of view, it's dead. It's like you click and it's so ammo efficient. It has 20 shots in the mag. All of these pistol Incarnons have insanely reduced like magazines intentionally, so you still have the Zylok Incarnon, which is still really good, but it only has 12 shots. So it's like a lot of them are pretty limited. 20 for the Atomos, 20 for the Lex. Very, very strong. I'm pretty sure I don't have a build for the Catabolyst, which is number 3, but I mean, the Catabolyst with its augment, the augment is really what saves it. It just, oh my god, it has corrosive and viral, but I'm pretty sure you can only do that setup if you have a Riven. I'll have to go in and actually test it, because I don't actually know. Like, I'm pretty sure I don't have enough mod slots to get corrosive and viral. I think it might only be corrosive, but yeah, I mean, if you can get that unicorn Riven, like I had to do the same thing for the Occucore, which isn't on this list, but yeah, like the Catabolyst, you just laser entire groups of enemies, and then you see a Necramech and you click them in the back and they're dead. And then the reload is suddenly incredible. It's like, oh, it's what's not to love, seriously. Anyway, number 4 on the list, Furis Incarnon. One of the weirdest Incarnons, I ended up using secondary Encumber, because one of the upgrades for the Furis is essentially useless unless you have secondary encumber or you want to put electricity, I think, is the element that you need to proc. So I ended up just being like, oh, I have enough fire rate that I'll get a couple electricity procs and that'll give me a bunch of multi-shot. So it's pretty easy to use. Very weird, but yeah, it does a lot of damage. And now we get into some fun ones. 3 different kit guns. We've got the Vermisplicer, which is a shotgun beam weapon. So it's got like 22 tendrils. It's just going to reach out as soon as it connects with an enemy. They're pretty much dead. Gaze is very similar. It's a chain beam, so you click a target, and then it'll chain to multiple different targets. A lot of damage over time. I've been using it against Archons recently, and like that thing just slaps. Like it just, oh my god, it's so good. Anyway, that's Gaze. Just a chain beam. Obviously, with all of pretty much every pistol I've ever used, I have fire damage on it. I have viral and fire because you have primed heated charge, which means that with one mod, you have a higher likelihood of proccing heat than viral. Like viral is 120 if you have a 60-60 and another 60-60. So you end up with 120 versus the 165 of primed heated charge. So it's just free heat damage. Sporelacer, very similar. I mean, well, these are all very similar in the sense that the reason they're so high on the list is because they have infinite ammo. You know, when you use Pax Charge, you can just recharge the battery, and these batteries recharge really fast. I do also have Catchmoon, but it's way lower on the list. But yeah, these 3 are just so strong. Sporelacer and AoE, kind of like the Kuvazar, but as a pistol, it's really, really strong. And yeah, folks, if you've ever used them, should get you a Tenet weapon. Which Tenet weapon? I mean, like, I didn't even put Tenet Cycron on this list. I didn't even put Tenet Spear X on this list. But yeah, I mean, obviously there's a bunch of really strong Tenet primaries, but honestly, there's a bunch of really strong Tenet melee weapons, which is kind of cool. Anyway, I'm at number 8 on the list. Onos, we're at 707, making good time. Onos, a new weapon, good to get it in the list. Like, I was glad I got to really get its use out of it. I did get it pretty high ranked up on the list, so it's good to see it. But yeah, what you're really talking about is the Onos' Incarnon form is super weird. And with the right Warframe combo, or really just the right, situation. So basically you charge it up. The charge actually is like a beam weapon. And then when you fully charge it, you unleash this like AoE effect that has punch through. So it's like, I called it AoE. It's kind of also punch through, but the amount of damage that I've been able to pull off with the Onos' Incarnon form is like so satisfying and so like true Warframe that I just love it, folks. I mean, it's so much fun. You'll see it in the gameplay. I don't think I'll be able to play 8 weapons, but we'll see. Number 9 on the list, Zylok Incarnon. What can I say, folks? Big AoE. The normal form is like really, really great for DPS. Like, you can deal way more damage by just using the uncharged form, and then if you need to kill a lot of enemies, you swap to the charged form and you just clear shit. Like, you're using, it's essentially like the Opticore Vandal levels of damage ish. You get fire damage, so you get that damage over time proc occasionally, but then also it's like a 6-meter AoE with 12 shots in the mag. So if you can play your cards right, it deals a lot of damage. But yeah, it is just an AoE. It is just big and satisfying and aggressive. It's really fun. Sorry for the phrasing. Number 10 on the list, Dual Toxocyst Incarnon. You can see I put bouncing for the next 3, which people are looking at this like, what is wrong with this? Basically, you shoot an enemy and that bullet will then hit another enemy instantly. And so Dual Toxocyst Incarnon, you have like 250 shots. You still have the frenzy effect from the base Dual Toxocyst, which means you'll speed up a lot. Like, with no fire rate mods, no fire rate bonuses at all, you get one headshot and then suddenly just everything's dead. Like, the whole playing field is dead. Also, the frenzy buff still applies when you hit a Necramech in the back, so suddenly the Necramech's health is just getting obliterated, and it's exactly what you want to see. Very, very fun. Like, it's hard to charge. This is probably the worst charger in the game. It sucks because the normal Dual Toxocyst fucking sucks to charge, but it's very cool. I'm glad it's a great addition. But yeah, number 11 on the list, Bronco Incarnon, another bouncing weapon, this time a shotgun. So it has the downsides of charging a shotgun Incarnon. Well, you'll need to be really sparing with your headshots. You'll need to kind of nail them pretty easily. It's not going to be something you'll charge up with trash mob. You'll need to like hit an Eximus or something, or hit violence in the head or something. I don't know. But yeah, you get a bouncing shotgun effect. So, you know, all those pellets are then chaining to other enemies, and you can just dump the mag and then charge it instantly. Like anytime you're in a stressful situation, you pretty much know that you can just dump the mag and then clear everything out. So it's not super scary. Number 12 on the list, Angstrum Incarnon, a little bit different. You can actually see the projectiles bounce. So they're actual projectiles. They're like fireballs. So it's, you know, it's pure fire, pure viral, very strong. You know, you just shoot shit and it just bounces around. You know, it has this weird effect where the damage kind of stacks and then it slows down. So you can feel your DPS and your KPS wane a little bit, and that's why it's only number 12 on the list. But yeah, I think still super fun. Still kind of pretty Warframe-esque. Like, it's obviously not as good as some other ones, but it's still very, very fun. I love it. Number 13 on the list, Catchmoon. So Catchmoon is a very special weapon, because it's the only example of me using the mods either hemorrhage or internal bleeding, like in an actual like live situation. I've used it on a couple like meme builds, but I don't really use those builds very often. But what you're really talking about with the Catchmoon is that because it has that innate impact proc, like it has a built-in impact proc. So every time the projectile hits something, you get impact. So when you use hemorrhage, it means that I think, because it has such slow fire rate, it's like a 70% chance that the impact proc becomes a slash proc. And then you combine that with having innate heat damage, and it's very, you know, actually not too far off from the 120% viral. So honestly, the more you use it, the more you're like, oh my god, this is so good. I love this. And I do think the Riven makes it super useful. But yeah, I think we should just keep moving. Number 14 on the list, Despair Incarnon. Just a classic AoE. I had to put it on here. It's definitely, you know, worse than Zylok and Furis and like Lex and Atomos. Like it's hard to compare the AoEs, but I still wanted to put it on there because when you use it right, you can charge it way faster than any other Incarnon. Like you charge it off of 2 hits, and then you're just cruising, and then you can just spam it. Like you're just dumping the mag and then recharging it and dumping and charging, and it's so much fun. Like, it is 14 on the list, but yeah, it is a lot of fun. And finally, number 15 on the list. I hope this is controversial for a lot of people, but yes, the reason I had to put Laetum so low on the list is because longtime viewers will know this. The only way to build the Laetum is to have a negative crit chance build, like to have a Riven with negative crit chance, or in my case, the reason that I literally in 99% of situations can't use the Laetum is because I have either Arcane Avenger or I have to swap off of Crit Cat. I have to swap off of a Darza Kavat, because what happens is if I have a Darza Kavat, then every 20 seconds or so, my DPS literally drops, because the way the Laetum works is that only non-crits get a 20 times damage multiplier. So 50% of non-crits get a 20 times damage roll. So if I have 100% crit chance, I never get that bonus. So it's terrible, awful. Laetum is number 15. It is, if you build it right, and people do, and all they do is put Panzer Volpapila, or they use some whatever. I don't even know. Like, you use Diriga. I've seen a lot of people use Diriga, but whatever, folks. I'm not gonna. It is so strong, but I can't do it. Like, to have all of my builds centered around crit, and then this motherfucker is gonna be like, sorry, dude, fuck crit, you know? Suck my cock. You're not even going to get to use my damage bonus now. So I'm like, on principle, I have to call it a meta weapon, but I don't want to call it a meta weapon. Anyway, that's the tier list. Let's do the builds. Real quick, I'm going to move this over here, and then I'm going to put this back to full screen. Oh my God. I've just been getting lag, folks. It's annoying. It pisses me off. Anyway, back to full screen. Okay, let's go through these builds. We're going to burn through them as quick as I can. Atomos Incarnon. Here we go. First upgrade on shield break. That's a freebie. Your shield's always breaking. Bonus capacity to 560. This is mandatory. You have to use this. The beam weapon, having zillions of ammo on the beam weapon is insane. It's like the best reason to use this. Is just it makes the normal fire just fucking evil. Anyway, Number 3 on the list, free crit chance. So there you go. Having fun as per usual. Let's see if I have a normal build. Yeah, there you go. There's a normal build. Will be the standard build. Crit, all the multi-shot mods, the damage mod, viral, and then primed heated charge. I think at this point, like either 95 or like 100% of the pistols that I use have primed heated charge and viral. Like they're all essentially the same build. And then of course primed pistol ammo mutation. Like, and that's all because when you come over here, 31% heat, 14% viral. So you're getting like hundreds of heat procs, and it's just like, yeah, at a certain point it kind of peters off, but it's just hilarious. And then you come over here, 38% heat, 23% blast, or 28% viral. So 38%, yeah, and you're getting 15,000 on the AoE and 4,000 on the normal fire, or 4,000 on the projectile of the Incarnon. I mean, 100% crit. Like, what else is there to say? I think with beam weapons, you want to use primed pistol gambit instead of creeping bullseye, because you do want to preserve the fire rate on a beam weapon. You want to keep the tick rate as high as possible, because tick rate is going to be better than anything else. And there you go, folks. A fuck ton of damage. I mean, tick rate isn't better than putting fire rate on here, but you're seeing the build. It's just savage. It's evil. I could even replace this with Scorch and even out the stat spread a little bit, but honestly, it feels too evil to like double and triple dip on having way too much heat. Anyway, before I linger too long on every single weapon, next up, Lex Incarnon. Further down, you can see all of these weapons. All of these weapons I still need to rank up, so they're not actually in the usage list until they get to about Synoid Gamma Core, and these are the weapons that I actually use. So still grinding these guys. I'm gonna be grinding pistols for like so long. So anyway, here we go. On shield break, another freebie. Look at that. You're starting to notice a trend. Magazine capacity plus 10, so that means on the normal fire it'll be way easier to spam the charge, and then of course a reload time of 1.8, so you got 18 bullets and 1.8 seconds. So, and of course, crit chance, crit multiplier. I mean, insanely fun, so easy to use. I'm going to scroll right down to this guy so you can look at the stats. Look at this, no Riven. Riven is not needed for this weapon. 162% crit chance, 96% status. And then you look at the stat spread down here, and you got 41% heat and 30% viral. So just insanely fucked up. I mean, 7.1 on the critical multiplier, and this projectile is wide, like I said, with 20 max charges. Like, so much fun, so easy to talk about. Don't need a Riven, don't bother. you're good. There are certain weapons that you do need a Riven. This might be one that needs a Riven. Number 3 on the list, Catabolyst. Yeah, I don't have shit in terms of a build. Here, let's do this. Let me show you my neat trick. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I'm gonna go here. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to click this, apply to B, and then I'm going to type in override. And there we go. It's copied over. Oh, this is going to be a yucky one. This is going to be gross. Yeah. I don't have a good suggestion. I would say if this gets removed, then you only have corrosive damage. So this is the decision. You only have corrosive damage. So I would say you might just put in like status chance, like replace this with either Augur Pact or something like Sure Shot. I mean, it's a decent choice, 81%, but it's still not as good as this. Like, this is one of the weapons where I'm like, if you don't have a Riven and you're not willing to re-roll it 100 fucking times, like, I'll show you the Akicore. I re-rolled the Akicore Riven 180 times. Also, I could get this. And this is the thing, is like, honestly, if you don't have a Riven, this weapon is a total, like, I don't even know. I don't even know if I could recommend this. Because it's like, yeah, you still want heat damage, because with a beam weapon, heat is going to proc Cascadia Flare, and that's just going to be so much fun. But yeah, like, the whole point is this Riven gives me corrosive, viral, and heat. So, you know, such like a very even stat spread, and it's just savage. So, like, honestly, folks, I do not think I can recommend. But yeah, like, oh my god, if you get a Riven and you roll like an absolute unicorn, like, you'll literally have to roll Toxin Cold or like heat, like but that's the thing, is like no Riven is going to have more heat damage than just primed heated charge, so you have to get Toxin Cold. Like, if you want this weapon to actually be number 3 on the list, and this is like the oopsie moment for me, but you get what I mean. Like, god, like this Riven is what makes this weapon like evil, like genuinely fucked up. And it's like, yeah, it's so much fun to talk about. Anyway, Yeah, 26,000 damage on the AoE, like kind of fun. 10,000 damage on the heat, like before I get distracted. Yeah, critical mutation is the thing that saves this, so that's what's hard, is you have a pistol that has an augment, and then also that you want to have prime heated charge. So you could take off prime heated charge and just have corrosive and viral. Like that's the other strategy you could do. Take these off, you know, replace it with viral. So you've got a couple different ways you can build it, but nothing's going to be as strong as the Riven giving you viral for free and then also having corrosive or heat in here. And that's all because this is taking up a mod slot. So pistols suck. They suck. Like seriously. Oh my God. Anyway, that's Catabolyst. Number 3 on the list. Number 4 on the list, Furis Incarnon. This guy is really fucking high. First upgrade, here's the fun one. On electricity status, 40% multi-shot for 2 seconds. Stacks up to 3 times. So literally, oh, it's a fucking weird build. Oh, it's a weird build, folks. Bonus magazine capacity makes it easier to charge. That's about it. And of course, increased status chance is a fun one, and we're going to talk about that in a second. So let's do it. This is a weird one. Yeah. So you have built-in heat damage on the Incarnon. I don't care about the normal fire, but I have secondary encumber on status effect. 24% chance to trigger a second random status effect. And the reason I have that is because look at this, folks. Look at this. I've got 145% status, not a Riven in sight. And you don't need a Riven. Like, you don't. 655 on the heat. Like, it's so easy to understand. All you're praying for is an electricity proc, but with 145% status and a fire rate of 16 with 280 shots in the Incarnon, like, it's just way too easy to use. Like, it's so simple. And yeah, like, you just run around like crazy, just destroy everything. Not even difficult at all. Anyway, here we go. Keep moving. Number 4 on the list. That's Furis Incarnon. Number 5 on the list, Vermisplicer. Pretty high on the usage list. Do not have a build. Let's do this. Oop, did the wrong thing again. That's twice, folks. But here we go. Copy the mod config. Move it over here. Oh, yeah, interesting. Oh, it considered them the same weapon. They're both beam weapons. Huh, interesting. Anyway, remove that. And that just gets replaced with... Oh, I see what I have to do. So I got to put in pathogen rounds and... Oh, got to remove... that, put that over there, and put frostbite in there. Okay, there you go. There's the build. Yeah, I mean, this is getting replaced with a 60-60, so that's the choice that you should have made. I can't actually do that. I have enough points. Whatever. 12% status. I mean, it's a weird number, but yeah, you got 13 multi-shot. And yeah, it's just a beam weapon. It's a shotgun beam weapon. That's the main thing, is it's got a weird setup, so you'll just click, and then it'll snag an enemy, and that's pretty much it. It'll snag one enemy at a time and then delete them. So yeah, you can see it's still like, yeah, 89 and 82, but when you're talking about a beam weapon, it goes crazy. What would be a good mid to end game weapons for me? So Omen and TikTok, I tell everybody, get the Zorus. The Zorus you can get at Master Rank 4. It has been my favorite melee weapon, and I had to stop using it because it was my most used melee weapon by about 2%. Which is like way too high. But yeah, it's just a glaive. It gets a free electricity proc, but you can just stack. Like, the better you get at Warframe, the more damage your glaive does. Early game Kuva Brahma build. Mine feels weak. Yeah, I can show that off. Touchy Feely. That's Vermisplicer at number 5. It'll be a while because I got to do all these builds. But I could sneak it in right now. But yeah, that's the build. The Riven is cold multi-shot. So, you know, you get 22 multi-shot here. I'll sneak a Kuva Brahma in real quick. So yeah, I mean... pretty similar. Pax charge is clutch, but yeah, here we go. Kuva Brahma, real quick. Sneaky. Kuva Brahma. Without a Riven. Vigilante Fervor, so you can get the Vigilante bonus. Hammer Shot is going to give you crit damage. You can replace that with bladed rounds or whatever bonus. That's a freebie. Prime Cryo Rounds is the main thing. You just want to get a fuck ton of damage because Hunter Munitions is going to scale based off of the total damage of effects. So the multi-shot is going to multiply the number of bomblets, so pretty standard overall, but there's a freebie for you. That's all you get. Now we're moving on. Gaze, number 6 on the list. Let's do it. This guy is bugged, so he's way at the bottom. Yeah, once again, don't have a build, so we're going to do it quick as ever. Boom. Copy. Apply mods. Apply to this bad boy. Okay. Easy. Okay, folks. Gaze. Gaze, you kind of just have to see it to believe it. Like, this weapon is just chef's kiss. Like, it's so good. It has always been my favorite pistol for a very long time, and because it has a bugged usage, I can just use it as much as I want. You're getting 100 heat and 73 viral, so the main thing is it just scales so much damage. It's from a quest. It's from the Deadlock Protocol, which you unlock the Deadlock Protocol at Master Rank 4. But yeah, the Xoris is clutch. Yeah, it's Xoris. But yeah, there you go, folks. There's the build. Pretty standard. Essentially the same as all builds. This is cold crit damage magazine capacity. And negative reload speed. So reload speed on a battery operated weapon is fucking weird, but it is cool. Like 124 magazine is like fucking evil. It's so good. And of course, we're not slowing down the fire rate at all. But that's about it. Sporelacer moving up the list in a normal position overall. I should have a build. Yeah, so this can obviously get replaced with the standard setup that you've seen before. Pistol Pestilence, there you go. So we look at the stats. 7,000 on the AoE, 3,000 on the normal hit, 6.3 multiplier with a 52% status chance. So stats are pretty even. You are still noticing, look at this, because it has built-in toxin damage, it's still favoring toxin by a little bit. It's 22% heat, 30% viral. So not exactly where you want it, but still pretty good. It deals a lot of damage, folks. It absolutely deals a lot of damage. The Riven is toxin multi-shot critical damage. So a lot of bonuses going for me right now. Stat spread still pretty even, but the multi-shot I love. Crit damage I love. It's not a huge amount of bonus crit damage, but a little bit is a little bit. It is a very, very high, it's a super, super low Riven disposition. Like, so everybody uses the, I go into so many missions where people are using the Sporelacer secondary. Anyway, number 7 on the list. I'm moving down here. Number 8 on the list, Onos. A new guy on the block. Got a lot of fun upgrades. 25% fire rate, cool, don't give a fuck. Actually, I do give a fuck. Yeah, actually, I do care. Because it charges the alt fire faster. It charges the Incarnon faster. I totally forgot. So you charge it faster. So the faster you charge it, the faster it ticks, because it is a beam weapon, and then it goes off faster. So it's all around win. Bonus magazine is really nice. This thing does suck to charge. It's a full auto, but you still got to get some headshots. On kill, punch through, this is mandatory. And that's because the alt fire's AoE doesn't have innate punch through, but when you put innate punch through on it, then the AoE, I think, triggers multiple times with every hit. So it turns it into very much of a Lex Incarnon type weapon. So we'll keep moving on from that. But it does weigh like so much damage. And then finally, hitting enemies in Incarnon form increases the crit chance and damage of fully charged blast by 5%. Stacks up to 50. It slaps. You're getting orange, red crits. It's hilarious. So much fun. Anyway, no Riven needed. This is the bog standard build of all bog standard builds. Crit chance, the numbers you care about, you're looking at 100%. You're looking at 36,000 damage on the AoE. But the more important thing, you're looking at 73,000 damage on the actual main hit. And the numbers you're seeing, like 9,300 heat damage, that's absurd. Like, you're doubling. You're twice as likely to get a heat proc as a viral proc. Like, the numbers may be a little too skewed. Like, it may be a situation where you say, hey, back off a little bit, replace it with Scorch. Oh, I don't have the mod points for Scorch. Oh, that sucks. Well, that's what I would do, is I would replace it with Scorch. But yeah, it is a little criminal. It is a little fucked up to just stack so much damage. But there you go. Those are the numbers. That's Onos, number 8 on the list. Number 9 on the list, Zylok Incarnon, down at the bottom with the other homies. You're looking at, this one is essentially mandatory, so all you do is dump your mag twice. You look like that scientist from TF4. Wait, TF4, elaborate. Is that TF2? Are you talking about the... No, I don't know what you're talking about. You dump your mag twice from Transformers. Oh. I think I know who you're talking about. From the one where they have the liquid metal or whatever. Are you talking about Stanley Tucci? yeah, so you dump your mag twice and you get 2 extra crit multiplier. There you go. I'm glad I could spit that out finally. Accuracy, recoil, super nice. I love it. Super fun. And then finally, crit chance, status chance, super free, and you're going to see why that's important in a second. No Riven needed for this one. Super standard, 24,000 damage on the AoE, 17,000 damage on the main hit. You do want to actually shoot enemies with the bullet. Y'all look alike. Are you just saying like a bald dude with a mustache or a dude with a buzz cut and a mustache? Yeah, I mean, shoot somebody in the face. You have 100% status chance. It's 84% heat chance and 52 on the main hit. So it's really fucked up. You're getting massive heat procs. It's fucking evil. So much fun. Anyway, that's Zylok Incarnon. No Riven needed. Dual Toxocyst Incarnon, I think, is a different story. Yeah. There's a fun one. There's a double unicorn. Oh my god, 99 and 95. That's fucking insane. This we're going to turn into a 60-60 because we have the mod points for it. Where are you? Frostbite slots in there. Let's look at the alt fire. 93% crit chance, 94% status, 712 on the heat, 518 on the viral. So nice even spread. So standard. Fire rate is 6.3 is going to get augmented by Frenzy by 150, which is a lot. And as long as you keep getting headshots, you're going to keep cruising. Ratchet, you want to see a hate build? I'll show a hate build. Not for real. Same everything, face and all. Wolf. Wolf, I love you. It's good to have you in the chat. But yeah, super, super normal. This is a double unicorn, so I can get a really, really fucked up build going. You get 6,000 damage with 972 heat and 844 viral. Like, crazy numbers. Like, so much damage. Like, this thing is just it's goofy as fuck. Like, when you get a headshot in the alt fire, you're just cruising. Anyway, moving further up the list, Bronco Incarnon. A fun one for sure. A fun one for sure. No Riven needed. The main fire has 15,000 damage. I did not talk about the thing for the dual Toxocyst Incarnon, which is, of course, the upgrade. So let's do the dual Tox. Let's finish this out. Direct damage per status. I can't believe I missed this part. Free. This is what is the mod? Galvanized shot, like the status chance, upgraded status chance mod. Anyway, there's that. Less recoil, you need that. That's essential. Less recoil is mandatory. And, of course, bonus crit chance. So, yeah, sorry about that. Dual Toxocyst will be a little ugly. Anyway, moving back on. Bronco Incarnon. Let's look at the upgrades. On energy spent, this is 50 energy, which isn't too much, so it's pretty easy to proc this pretty often, so I find myself not really struggling that much to keep this active. Stacks up to 4 times, 10-second duration, pretty fun. You're going to notice you're going to get 3 stacks, then they'll all run out, because I'm pretty bad about using abilities consistently. Bonus magazine is really nice. To go from 4 to 6 is actually pretty nice. And then, of course, crit chance bonus of 20%. Anyway, let's do it. Like I said, 15,000 damage on the normal fire. With a multi-shot of 18.9, so quite a lot of damage. It's funny. The Incarnon has less damage, but with the same multi-shot, basically the same everything, just with higher crit chance. And then, of course, it has the spreading effect, so it's really, really fun. A shout-out 9RP Blue US for following on TikTok. Who should I get, Korra or Hildren? I would say probably Korra. Because Korra is a triple Umbra tank, and she's also a grouping frame, and then you can also throw on Roar if you're feeling savage. Actually, the Korra video is going up on Sunday. It's funny you say that. Anyway, that's Bronco Incarnon. Super normal. He is an ammo hog. I burned through a fuck ton of ammo with Bronco. I use so much ammo. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, number 12 on the list, Angstrum Incarnon. We're at 7:30. We're actually doing pretty good on time. I mean, I know some of you guys, I always get comments like that every single video, every single stream. It's always like, why is this so long? And I'm like, I try to tell you guys that the first section of it is only 15 minutes, but you know, that's just me complaining to chat who doesn't really care. Bullyverse TV says, let me hop on. Yeah. I mean, we've got 3 more weapons. So we're cruising through here. Anyway, upgrades with overshields, increased damage by 50. I guess that only works on certain frames, but I think that's the only one that works. Bonus projectile speed. So yeah, Bullyverse, join the Discord or put your name in. I mean, your name will probably get lost in the chat. I mean, unless the chat is like that. Anyway, bonus projectile speed and crit chance, crit damage. So there you go. Super easy. let's get into the build. Have fun with it. It's a weird one. You're talking about no Riven, but you're also talking about 1200 heat and 576 on the viral. So a weird damage spread. But yeah, 100% crit chance, 44% status with a 5 times multiplier exactly. Very fun. Fire rate is pretty slow, but you'll find you'll actually have fun with it. It's not super difficult. This guy is super easy to charge, not difficult at all. So yeah, just keep on moving, folks. Let's just finish this out. The Discord is in my profile, so if you swipe, I think you swipe left to go to my profile, and the link to the Discord, excuse the voice crack. The link to my Discord is there. Then there's a little section for username. So yeah, just be like, oh yeah, it's Bullyverse on TikTok, and then put your username under that, and that'll help me out. Anyway, number 13 on the list, Catchmoon. Good to talk about the Catchmoon. I had to rebuild the Catchmoon recently. I'm glad I did too, because yeah, I got yeet infection too now. So I gotta snag this. Almost did the same thing again. Click that, slap that onto this guy right here. Okay, nice and easy. Okay, that's good. And then we remove this, and that just gets replaced with the classic choice, which is of course just Pistol Pestilence. There you go. So you've got 1700 viral, 860 heat. So stats are pretty low overall, but you get that inherent, you get that built-in impact proc. So hemorrhage with a fire rate of 1.63, you're going to multiply this by 2. So instead of 35, it's actually 70. Good primary for start to mid game. Master rank 8. So I think at Master rank 10, you can get the Ignis Wraith or the Amprex maybe. I think Amprex is at Master rank 8. Shout out Bullyverse for following on TikTok. What else am I saying? So Mastering 8, I think, or 10, you can get the Amprex. I think you can also get the Accelitra at 8, but I would say go for a kit gun. Build a kit gun primary. Build the Tombfinger primary. Oh, I saw a message. I saw it. Give me a sec. This is number 13 on the list, Catchmoon. I guess I didn't even show off the Riven, but yeah, I mean, it's an infinite ammo. It's got the packs charge, but yeah. Riven is Toxin, status chance, damage. The negative impact doesn't matter. And it is half heat. So you got 12% viral, 6% heat. But yeah, hemorrhage is really fun. Like, it's crazy how I never even knew that was a thing. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute, that would totally work. And it did work. And I was like, thank God that I put that on there. It's so much fun. Anyway, number 14 on the list, Despair Incarnon. Oh my God. Direct damage per status type. Not very useful on the explosion, because in most cases you're going to kill everything instantly, but I think the other ones maybe just not useful. But, you know, you could probably, I'm sure there's a better one if you figured it out, but it's been a while, folks. Zoom, negative zoom, whatever. And then, of course, crit chance and crit multiply. It's been so long since I even used this. No Riven. Look at that. The alt fire is what you're looking at. Ooh, it doesn't even show the AoE, does it? Oh, interesting. Doesn't show the AoE damage, but yes, this does a lot of AoE damage. You got a lot of heat damage. That's pretty much all you need to know. 144% crit, 44% status. I love it, folks. You love it. We all love it. Anyway, there's the build. Super fun. Moving on. The last one, the bottom of the list, the most disparaging weapon I have, the weapon that makes me the most sad. Laetum, of course. Here we go. Fire rate plus 20%. Cool. Great. Whatever. On headshot, increase reload speed, do not care. I don't think there's a better one. I don't really give a fuck. Headshots build more Incarnon, very cool. And of course, the one that makes me cry. 50% chance to deal 20 times damage on non-critical hits. So if I use this with Arcane Avenger, if I use this with Crit Cat, if I use this with anything that buffs crit at all, this weapon is just drastically worse. And so it's like, get fucked. Like, literally every build in the game, get fucked. Stats are insane. This thing deals so much damage, especially with 2800 heat and 2000 viral. With 17,000 damage on the AoE, you have a max charges of 216 and a fire rate of 12 bullets per second. And of course, no crit mods, so you're getting Magnum Force and Augur packs. So you're just getting so much damage. Like, so much damage. And it's so easy to use. But yeah, it just, like, 99% of my builds, it's just awful. Is at 2.5 or lower. Yeah, Bullyverse. When I use it on the Catchmoon has a fire rate of 1.63 when you use it with the Haymaker and the Creeping Bullseye. Here, let me show you. Yeah, so that's what I was talking about. Yeah. Magnum and Hornet cancel each other out. Just so you know, they don't work together. Bro. You can't use both. Well, there you go. There's your answer. So you can put them on the same build, but they don't enhance your damage. Oh, so I can double dip on damage. Is that what you're saying? Oh, yeah. Look at this. 1.63 on the fire rate. It shows the damage output, but it doesn't work. Oh, okay. Well, good to know. So then I guess I would put... Really? That sucks. Wait, no way. I want to look this up. We're done. We did all the builds, so now I can just fuck around. Let's see. What would I type in? Hornet, Strike. What's the other one? Magnum Force? Magnum Force. Magnum Force compared to Hornet Strike. Let's see if anybody... there are 3 equal... Do you guys spoil what the secondary additional? No, this isn't helpful. Does it say in the wiki? Dude, that's crazy. It's a YouTube video on those mods. Wait, let's see if it says anything in the notes. Instead of reducing unaffected or barely affected by their... Oh, no. If a pistol... Magnum Force represents only a 54... Oh, compared to a 90%. Oh, but then wait. The wiki's saying that it does work. Oh, but is the wiki just wrong then? You can put them on your build, but the damage output won't be the same. Yeah, dude, this has got me, dude. I mean, like, shout out Daniel Reyes. No, like, when somebody comes in and says that like a mod just isn't useful, I'm like, dude, I need to know if that's right or not. But this is saying if a pistol already has a max rank Hornet Strike, adding a max rank Magnum Force represents only about a 54% increase in damage per shot compared to a 90% increase for max rank uncommon elemental mods such as Heated Charge. So it's like this saying it's still working, but it's like, yeah, do I trust the guy on TikTok who has the video? Let's hop on Discord chat so we can talk more. Send me the video on Discord. Send me the video. This is what I'm talking about, folks. Like, I mean, that's a bold claim. That's a bold claim to make. So I'm sure people can back it up. But yeah, I mean, it's not looking like... I feel like they would want to put that somewhere in the Discord or in the thing. But I mean, there's a lot of people who say like, oh yeah, don't trust the wiki. This should only be used on weapons that already have Hornet Strike installed, as the bonuses gained from this mod are greater than Magnum Force and comes with no accuracy penalty. Wait, what is this saying? Yeah, this should only be used on weapons that already have Hornet Strike installed. So yeah, it's like, this is a very interesting conundrum that we're in. I mean, send me the video and then I'll start doing the tests and then we'll see if it's real or not. We'll have additional spread added. Yeah, no, it's like, that's insane. Yeah, does it say it in the comments? Is anyone saying shit in the comments? Pistol already, I can't figure out where this figure is coming from. It's much too close to the face value to be believable and doesn't jive with the unfavorable... can this be used? Is different. Some is less damage than why use it. I'd rather use a Hogger Pact instead. It gives less damages than Hornet Strike. In addition, gives you a sizable penalty on. What's the point of using this mod? Certain weapons are interesting. Here, let's see. These modding mistakes kill your... Interesting. Here, let's watch this video together, folks. This will be a fun one. Here, wait, do I have audio? Did I turn off the audio? Oh, I know this guy. I've heard this guy before. Here, let's see. How long is this video? Oh, is there any time codes? Here, wait, let me open this. Are there time codes? Oh, there's no time codes. Oh, shit. Let's figure out where to get some time codes. This is a little bit of a different video for sure, folks. Oh, I need to keep this over here. What am I doing? Let's see.
This WARFRAME guide, I'm going to show you the worst mod would be putting viral on your main weapon.
Interesting.
This one happens all the time, everywhere, and I see it in the comments on a daily. This would massively increase in the room. And
Viral quills.
everyone who is too lazy, and here's why. Cross damage to faction, same type of damage increase in the build.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
But why is this? To explain it properly, unfortunately, I can't avoid some basic math entirely. But I promise you,
Interesting. You guys literally can't hear anything right now. It's just me looking at nothing. I'm going to open WARFRAME. Give me a sec.
if you get this, you're already smarter than 90% of all the other people out there.
Let's see what we've got. I think this is the right one.
Previous weapon modding has different types of damage increase.
All right, let's see.
Base damage mods, Serration and
I think we're actually at the right part. Oh, you can. Okay, TikTok can hear it.
and as we previously saw,
No, I'm just like. But this is this entire. Oh, wait, here we go.
are all multiplied with
I think he's probably saying that you should be using faction mods over base damage mods. That's my guess about what this video is actually saying. Let me just confirm that though.
as the new damage number, and then your elemental damage is multiplied on top of that.
Because I'm just curious, because that would be a weird oversight to be like, yeah, using two mods together are useless.
However, if you add 2 or more mods of the same type, like Serration and Heavy Caliber, what the game does is it first adds the values of all these mods together,
Okay.
and this sum then is used in the multiplicative damage calculation.
Okay. So it does still combine together. So I mean, he's probably more just saying like you should be using faction mod over a double damage increase. Like, yeah, no, I don't think that's right. Like this video is literally saying what you said is wrong. It's saying he's literally saying exactly what you said isn't happening. So he's saying the 165 and the 165 are combined together to make 330, which is then multiplied. So this is why I watched the video, because like, I don't know. I mean, I guess this guy watched the same video, but I mean, unless I watched it differently or I'm getting a different takeaway, what I'm hearing is, oh yeah, it's just here. I mean, I could finish it off and he's probably going to say, use the faction damage instead.
Formula just to have another element be a bit bigger.
Here we go.
In almost every case, that's a bad deal.
Yeah, he's finishing that exact same sentence by saying, well, you're sacrificing a faction damage to get the same bonus to the same stat. And it's like, yeah, I know, dude. Everybody's telling me to use faction damage. Everybody's telling me to use faction damage. You should be using faction damage. You're playing the game wrong if you're not using faction damage. It's like, all right, folks. Okay. I'm going to get back to playing now. But that's why you watch the video, because when someone comes in the chat and they're like, oh, using two mods that should work together doesn't work, then it's like, oh, well, do I have to redo all my builds now? Is that what's going on? But that's what I'm getting at. Is like, yeah, I mean, this is all math and numbers. And so it's like, yeah, if something doesn't work, then it's either said somewhere or, I mean, but that's not what that guy was saying. He was saying there's no reason to double dip on base damage mods when you could be instead putting in a faction damage mod. And that's just the argument that it's just like, you should have a faction damage mod on all your, that's what everybody has been saying and will continue to say. And you don't got to redo them. It's just the damage output wouldn't be the same. Yeah. I mean, but yeah, communication is key, folks. Anyway, I'm getting distracted, but communication is key. You come in and what I hear is, if you use these two mods together, they don't work. But what that guy actually said was there's no reason to use those two mods together because they get a diminishing return versus just using a faction mod, which is just like, well, this is just TikTok having a limited character count and, me being like, oh, wait a minute. Has the game just been broken and I've just been playing normally without any realization? Anyway, this is Atomos Incarnate. It's 750, so we did spend a little bit of time oodling and oddling, but appreciate Bullyverse TV on TikTok for dropping that major bomb. Yeah. I mean, yeah, but like, that's my whole point is like, if you're gonna come into the game and be like, yeah, actually using this mod is useless, and if you have it on a build, then you're, because of how the game is designed, you're literally wasting that mod. But it's just like, oh no, there's just a more efficient setup. And it's like, oh well, if what you're really saying is there's just a more efficient setup, then yeah, you're just the same as every other commenter. Yeah, like there's a difference between like, oh, this is broken and doesn't do anything, and oh, this is just not as efficient. Like the more important one isn't that. The more important one is like, oh, condition overload doesn't work on certain melee weapons. Like, if somebody doesn't know that, then that's going to cause them trouble. Like, that's the more important one. Like, to me, like, condition overload is one of those mods that you actually have to get right. And you, like, if you have a weird melee weapon, you should be looking in the thing to, like, that's what I was getting at, is like, when you go into the description in the Warframe wiki and you look at a specific weapon, it'll tell you if condition overload works or not. And so you know whether to use it or not. Now that's condition works when using status weapons. I mean, I pretty much use condition on all my builds because it's like you always pretty much have at least 1 or 2 status effects. Like, I mean, in most cases it's usually just slash and viral, but yeah, it's like any little damage bonus is like, yeah, I just use that. But I mean, I guess this is just what Bullyverse is going to be about. He's just going to be like, no, that's shit, that's dumb. What did he say for? just having a little discussion. I just like having a little discussion. I think that's what he meant to say. Oh wait, don't die, don't die, don't die. Summon the Necramech. Why am I in this mission unless the Necramech is summoned? There we go. Okay. So what are we doing, folks? It's 2 minutes into the stream. I haven't explained what we're doing here. What we're doing here is we're fighting Necramechs. That's literally it. I'm fighting a Necramech so I can show off both this weapon's KPS, its kills per second, and also its DPS, its damage per second. So you're seeing kills per second. I can literally get kills per second without even thinking or blinking. There you go. He's down. Necramech is summoned, and now let's just shoot him. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm using him on Mirage, so he's gonna get like absolutely deleted, but you know, the whole point is I tested all these weapons with Revenant. And, you know, Revenant doesn't have any buffs, so you're not going to be able to delete a Necramech. But, you know, I'm playing for fun now. Like, this is me just showing off that, like, oh, all you need is a pistol. All you need is a pistol and a melee weapon in most missions, and you'll be fine. Let's see what this Gruslin gives me. I do use the Ocucore. Oh, I'm dead. I do use the Ocucore. Let's play some disruptions. Oh, and he likes playing disruptions. What do he have? I use it on my Zaw and some other melee. And they also like playing disruption. Why am I not surprised? Oh god, I mean, Warframe is my favorite community. It's so funny, dude. It's so funny. It's like, yeah, I only play disruption, but I think not using a faction mod makes a mod broken. Like, not gonna lie, got a Zaw or a kit gun in my time. Never got a Zaw or kit gun in my time playing Warframe. Yeah. Honestly, it's like, yeah, once you get far enough in the game, you're like, yeah, whatever. I can avoid that and get to it later. But yeah, it's so funny, dude. I only play survival to level. I'm in all player trades. No, I mean, I hate to say it, dude. I hate to say it. You know, I'm saying it in the nicest way possible. But just saying, what did you say? Let's play some disruptions. It's just like, I don't play disruptions. I don't like disruptions. I play, what do I play? I play cavia standing. Like, I'll farm 30,000 cavia standing every day, but that's basically all I do. I farm cavia standing. I farm Voca. I do exterminate missions to get Voca. I also sometimes farm Void Plume Pinions to get like 35,000 Kuva a week. So it's like, oh, you do 5 Zeramin exterminate missions, and then you just get 35,000 Kuva each week, and it's like, yeah, it's very easy to do, and it's not super difficult. Let's swap to Incarnon, get this guy loaded, fully torqued, and we're going to try and delete. Oh, he's going to knock him down. Jesus! And then he says Void Cascade. Oh my god, that's like 5 for 5, dude. Let's do Void Cascade then. You do circuit. Oh my god. I mean, folks, is it not the best meme? Like, anybody who's been watching for a long time, where it's like, oh, you do Void Cascade to level cap? Oh, that's crazy. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Oh, the game isn't difficult if it's below level 1000? Oh, where have I heard that before? Oh, everywhere. It's like, oh, nice. Dude, like, Bullyverse, you are just killing me. Like, you're just nailing it. I mean, every single... Oh, I'm in a great mood. I appreciate it, Bullyverse. I appreciate that you're laughing along with me because... yeah, I mean, I did the circuit. I got all the Incarnon weapons. Have never done the circuit again. I got all the Incarnons, whatever. The circuit's cool. It's fun. No, I just play for fun, bro. Let's do Cascade then. I mean, that's so funny, dude. Like, that's... Never would I have guessed that. Never would I have just been like, oh yeah, and then he's going to say Cascade. And it's like, oh, he did say it. It's like, oh my god, this is... Anyway, good memes. That's number 1 on the list, Atomos Incarnon. Number 2 on the list, Lex Incarnon. We're going to run through this way quicker. I'm still using the knife. Ooh, I get to use Oberon Prime. Oh, this is going to be a fun one. Oh, you guys are going to enjoy this. Oberon Prime, double dipping on the buffs. You get Arcane Avenger, you get Arcane Avenger, you get Roar, you know, you get that heal per second from his 3rd ability, you get that radiation in case you're in danger. But yeah, no, folks, we have some fun going on. We're gonna get some major damage out of the Lex Incarnon right? Like, you're gonna cackle. This is like, you want to know why I'm in such a good mood? Because Pistol Incarnons do it right. Like, I have so much fun in this game with Pistol Incarnons. Like, because it's just this insane trade-off. I just farm the Aura Worm when I'm bored. Yeah. No, the Aura Worm, you do get some good weekly stuff from the Aura Worm. Like, it's a good thing. The Steel Path Aura Worm is good to farm, yeah. Because you can get, like, one form of blueprint a week. You can get a Riven a week. Like, it's really nice. And that's where I'm at, is, like, I love doing Deviri because it's the randomized gear, but I end up not doing Deviri because I'm still trying to rank up gear. I'm still trying to rank up, you know, all of my pistols, like all the Pistol Incarnons I'm still working to get up in the usage list. And I think that'll always be the thing that makes me the fucking weirdo black sheep in the Warframe community. Like, there will come a day when, you know, it's a little narcissistic to say, but like, some Warframe YouTuber is gonna be like, why are this dude's builds so fucking weird? Why does he act like he's the best Warframe player in the game? And it's like, yeah, because I sort by usage. Because I'm like, oh, the Lex Incarnon, the Zylok Incarnon, the Grimoire, like, all I want to do is use a bunch of weird fucking weapons. I want to use as many weapons as I can. I want to be forced to be in a bad situation, not necessarily because of, you know, enemies being level 1000, but because, oh, I'm using the fucking Cyanax and a status only melee weapon. Like, I'm in a bad spot just before the mission even starts. And that's the fun part, is like, yeah, these missions are pretty doable. Wait, what am I missing? Not gonna lie, playing Oberon is iffy for me. No, I feel it. Oberon is definitely not one of the best Warframes. Like, Oberon definitely struggles, but he's so fun and weird, and he's a great heal frame. I love a good heal frame. Like, it's really Oberon and Wisp for me are just like my favorite supports. Like, they just play so... Oh, I have so much fun. Because Oberon just... When you get the... What I always find with supports... Anyway, I want to read what Bullyverse said. Honestly, I've just been trying to look for people to play on my free time. People say the same stuff about my build, and I show them. Yeah, dude, I mean, Bullyverse. Like, I had a guy join the Discord, the Prodigy J or L or thing. But yeah, he's got some crazy build, and he's been dropping some like crazy like Excalibur Exalted Blade builds. Anyway, let's show off the Lex Incarnon against this Necramech. So he's been showing off some Exalted Blade builds, a lot of crazy shit. Like, he's using melee influence a lot. Like, shout out, I could probably pull it up real quick. Hang on, give me a sec. Let's finish this, and then I can shout that guy out, because I do want to, you know, like, the closer I get to 500 subscribers on YouTube, the more I'm gonna be like, come on, guys, I want to, you know, I want to chat with you guys more in the Discord, because the whole point is, like, I want to do like at least a monthly video where I give you guys a topic. You know, I'm saying, okay, Discord, this is what we're talking about for next month. Send your builds, send in like a paragraph, you know, send in maybe a video of you showing it off, and then I can compile all that together into like a little slideshow. and show you guys like a couple really cool videos of like, okay, here's their build, and then here's them playing it at the same time, and I can, you know, I can handle the editing. So all you guys do is supply me with the footage, and then what you end up with is a really cool showcase of like, here's how I play, here's a little blurb about, you know, how I play, and you can go to the Discord and you can read what they've said, and you can go back through. So the whole point is like, dude, Bullyverse has been really nice. I've been kind of shitting on him. I've been kind of trolling him a little bit, so I appreciate it, Bullyverse. But that's the whole point, is I want to get you guys involved. My whole philosophy is like, yes, you may be predictable. Yes, I may laugh at the thing you're saying, but it's because I love the community, and I love that, you know, we can all like relate with each other, and we all know what we're talking about, and it's so much fun, and I want to get the Discord involved, and I want you guys to feel like there's a way for you to be in the community without necessarily having some dude, you know, being like, oh, make a fucking video about it, start a whole channel so you can, you know, because what I notice is I get these comments from people and they're like, I don't like your build. That's the negative side of it. But the positive side of that is that I get people who are like, hey, your build is awesome. And then they give me like a full paragraph about like, here's how I play Excalibur Umbra, or here's my Exalted Blade build. And it's like, yeah, as long as you're nice about it and you make it clear that like, oh, here's another build you can try, you're adding to the community. Like, you're adding value. Like, my video already gets traction. My content will already get traction. I've been consistent about it. You know, I know how to make a thumbnail now. I know how to pick a topic. So what you guys can do is, you know, go in the comments, and, you know, as long as you're patient, as long as you're pretty nice about it, like, you know, I love a build. I love somebody just dropping their full build in the comments. Like, when I was doing all the, you know, the Warframe tier list, I would get like, this dude sent in this crazy Zaku build, and I was like, yeah, I love it. And we went back and forth, and he was like, yeah, and in the end, I don't change any of Zaku's abilities because you don't need to, because the armor strip on the third ability is just criminal. I don't think I got any steel essence. Yeah, I gotta wait for the acolyte to spawn. Hang on one sec. I didn't get any steel essence from that mission. So this acolyte is now pissing me off. There's the acolyte spawn. Okay. No, but folks, like, you know, it's like, I don't know what it is where it's like, why do you have to be a dick about it? Like, just say the build. Like, be bullyverse. Like, just drop a fun build, phrase it in a way, and be willing to chat. Okay, that's what I love. Also, let's delete this dude in 2 hits. I mean, I haven't really been saying anything about the Lex Incarnon, but it's so fucking evil. It's so good. Oh my god, 802. Yeah, we're cruising on through. This is so much fun, folks. I'm having a good time. How do you feel about Saren? Saren is fucking goated. Saren is so good. Saren is my most used Warframe at 6% usage. Still, like, really high. I'm young, bro. No need to be bitter. Trinity just left in the dust. Let's give a salute to Trinity mains left in the warp. I like Trinity because Trinity is like a max duration negative. You got to see my Torrid Zephyr. Well, you could replace, yeah, you could put any weapon next to Zephyr. Like, Zephyr is my favorite because when the circuit was happening, if I got Zephyr, I was like, oh, it's GG. I can just do a solo circuit and I don't have to care about anything. Like, Zephyr is so fucking busted. Zephyr is so OP. I will always say Zephyr is my top, like, my favorite frame of all time. So fucking broken. Do you like Sun and Moon? Sun and Moon is pretty good, but it's not perfect. So the reason that Sun and Moon isn't perfect is because it doesn't have a built-in slash proc on the normal attack. It only has it on the heavy attack. Zephyr build. Yep, I'll show you a Zephyr build real quick. Shout out David Adams for saying that. Zephyr build. Zephyr's a little weird for me. Townforged Yellow Shard is pretty important. So I have Defy in here. This is weird. I'll tell you that right away. I have Defy in here. So I have Defy plus Arcane Avenger. So I'm getting 750 armor on top of 135. So I'm getting about 75% damage reduction. So I'm trying to get hit by enemies that are outside of the tornadoes. Shout out Veros Joel for following on TikTok. So I'm trying to get hit so I can get Arcane Avenger so that when I'm in the air, I essentially always have red crits. It's like, it must be like fucking 280% crit chance on all weapons, like even status only weapons. Shout out David Adams for following on TikTok. But yeah, max range 280%, Still 95% strength, really good. And then, of course, 180% duration. Duration on this is 35 seconds. Pull range is 70 meters, but that's very deceiving. The other important range is Airburst, 22 meters. Airburst is going to combo with Tornado, and that's going to be your actual pull ability. Also, shout out Emmanuel Omari Anim for following on TikTok. I hope I said that right. Omari Anim. Yeah, I think that's how you'd say it. Or Omari Anim, maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's it. You spam Airburst, you keep Tornado active, and then Defy is only useful so that you're trying to get hit by the enemies that are outside of the Vortex. So you get, like, essentially guaranteed red crits all the time. It's fucking super evil. Super fucked up. Anyway, let's keep it cruising, folks. We're playing as Harrow. That's a fun choice. Harrow plus Catabolyst. I'm actually going to say no to that. I'm actually going to choose Gara in this case. Gara plus Catabolyst is going to be a little bit better. Let's get on with it. It's 8:05. We're showing off number 3 on the list, Catabolyst with a double Unicorn Riven. So a double Unicorn Riven means it's a Riven that saves 2 mod slots. So in this case, my Riven is giving me free viral damage. It's giving me free viral damage. And what that means is, I hope you understand what that means. Glass Nuke. Yeah, I don't even use her 4th ability. I just put Breach Surge on her and then keep my 2 active. And then I have Arcane Avenger. So yeah, I just... Weird fucking Gara build as always. Where's the nearest Necramechs spawner? Over here. Let's do it. So we're just going to stand here and wait for them to come over here. I'm tired of waiting. I just want the gameplay to happen. So, Catabolyst, rule number 1, start spamming your attack. Build up that crit chance. You got 120. So you build up crit based on kills. And then as long as you hit 3 enemies with your explosive sacks, then you're going to get, you're going to stay at max crit chance. So that's all you need. 300% crit chance. Insanely juicy. I do need to keep my defense buff active, but yeah, I mean, this is about it. You get just absolute fuck ton of it. Like way too much damage. And then all you have to do is pay attention to when you're not shooting anymore, and there's some red crits for you. And then if I'm feeling a little bit juicy, I'll hit him with a Breach Surge, and then I go spam heavy. I go spam crazy. So this is why I'm using this in a little bit of a different situation, is I'm showing this off how I would normally use this weapon, which is just pistol, melee, and then whatever Warframe abilities that I have. So I'm absolutely taking advantage of buffs. I'm absolutely taking advantage of DPS boosts like Breach Surge or, you know, any different combination of weird fucking ability combos. Yes, Glass Nuke is fun, but the true devastating part is within her 2nd ability. Yeah, I've heard. I've never been able to figure it out, but I know that's how the secret strat is, that the 2nd ability does have like infinite pure slash scaling. Like it just goes forever. Or I don't know if it's slash. I think it actually just deals like straight damage. I don't know if it's actually any IPS. Anyway, keep moving. I like the way you play. Some people don't know about the buff damage. Yeah, I mean, honestly, my whole philosophy has been that like once I started randomizing my gear, I really had to come up with a way that no matter what Warframe I was using, I had to have some method to enhance the damage of whatever weapon I was using. Because I would always end up in a situation where I'm using some pistol that isn't perfect, that isn't so OP that I don't have to think about anything. And so what I end up needing is I need some little DPS boost. I need Breach Surge. I need maybe not a Breach Surge, but maybe a grouping ability. So instead of Breach Surge, I'm using Ensnare. I'm using a max range Coil Horizon. And what that gives you is that now, instead of giving a DPS boost, you're giving an ammo boost. And so, whereas before you were kind of dumping your mag to properly hit all the enemies, now what you're actually doing is grouping them up first, and then immediately just wiping all of them, just deleting everything with whatever absurd damage buff you have. But really, the other thing that you can't understate is that the reason that any weapon that I'm reviewing in this tier list, I have a Riven for. And that's something that not everyone can say, but that's also something that you can play into. And part of these videos is that you should go into every video with the assumption that if you get a Riven for this weapon, then that weapon is now the best weapon in the game. And with a lot of pistols, it's more up in the air. And you're noticing that a lot of the pistol Incarnons that I have no reason to have a Riven. Like, they're completely fine without a Riven. You just go crazy. It's just so much fun. But then, you know, in certain situations, as long as you can roll a decent unicorn and save at least one mod slot, then you can get fucking insane amounts of heat damage and just go crazy. Anyway, what am I missing? I'm missing a bunch of... Jay Loading says, what frame is this? I'm new to the game and I've been looking. So I'm playing Gara right now. Gara would probably not be one of my top choices for an early game frame. The way that I play her is mainly take advantage of her 90% damage reduction from her 2. I've replaced her first ability with Breach Surge, but that does mean that you can't destroy your 4th ability. So part of her 4th, I know there's a mechanic with her 4th ability where you destroy her 4th ability with her first ability, the glass lash or whatever you want to call it. And then once you do that, then it's going to like buff the damage of your 2nd ability, but I just don't play it that way. I've replaced it with Breach Surge. Breach Surge is just going to amplify all damage. It's going to create these Breach Sparks that are going to deal, you know, a multiplier of whatever damage you've dealt to that enemy. I do need to snag this right at the end. But yeah, as you can see, folks, like the main thing with a pistol is like, I'm never in a situation where I'm actually doing an extended survival or anything that requires high efficiency. Like, for the most part, it's going to be weekly missions, it's going to be Archon hunts, it's going to be, you know, I guess like a Deep Archimedia would be a good example because you do end up using weapons that you wouldn't normally use. But for the most part, that's the benefit, is that when you have as many Rivens as I do, you really just go crazy. Like, it's way too easy. I didn't let the dude spawn again. We gotta wait for him to spawn. Okay, keep cruising. But yeah, folks, I mean, overall, I've been missing some more shit. It's pure damage, and it's the real reason why Glass Nuke is used so much. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what it is. I've never been able to figure it out. Is it just you have to stack as much damage as you can really fast, or is it just permanent? Because I guess there's some way to refresh the 2, I think is how it worked. I've never looked into it, but also like I never really had a reason to, because I always played her for defense, and so I end up just using I use Breach Surge on her more because that just like pacifies enemies in a defense mission and also gives them the radiation proc. Okay, it's 5:48 and the there we go. I think that was it. Okay, there's the Necramech. Let's hit him. God, this is embarrassing. Okay, here we go. Necramech is still alive. He's soon to be dead. Soon to be funeral goer. Keep Breach Surge active, I guess. There's Malice. He's going to bubble me, and then I'm going to pop it off real quick. Oh, there we go. Come on, Malice. Come on, I just need a good shot on you. Here we go. Okay. I could let it fail at this point if I really wanted to. I don't really give a fuck about this mission. I do need to go in close and just hit this guy. He's going to kill me, I think. I'm going to need to hit this. As you can see, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, there you go. I had to point it at his head. Okay. Yeah, that's right, folks. I am good at this game. Yep, definitely. Don't say anything. I'm good at this game. Don't say anything. Anyway, keep it moving. Let's let it fail. Oh, I can actually hit this on the way. Anyway, what am I missing? How to get that weapon? Isaiah. This is Catabolyst. I don't actually remember where I got Catabolyst. Is it? I think it's from Demos, if I remember right, or it's from. Oh my God. I don't even know. Fuck. I don't even remember where Catabolyst is from. Is it from Demos? Did it come out? No, no, it must have come from the Zeloid Prelate or something. Fuck, where does Catabolyst come from? The dojo. Oh, it's from the dojo. Holy shit, that makes it strong. Yeah, the augment is what you need, and you get that from my wave. The downfall of that is it's just so energy consuming. That's why I don't use guard. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Is like you have to like press 4 like really often, and it burns through a lot of energy. And that's number 3 on the list. Catabolyst number 4 on the list. Furis Incarnon. Let's do it. One of my faves. Super duper juicy. Not joined the usage list yet. I could totally use Hero Prime, but I won't. I'll use Trinity. Okay, we were talking shit on Trinity. Let's have some fun. Okay, the reason I'm using Trinity is, of course, because I have... how should I build Ureli? So my Ureli build is that I have like 265% range, and I build for her 4. And I know that you can also use Loyal Marulina, which is really useful because it still gives you the Marulina damage reduction, but then you're not stuck to Marulina. And then it also shoots Sea Snares, which is really, really useful. So I use Loyal Marulina. It makes it a lot more useful. But yeah, I would say I build for her 4. Max range, or as close to max range as you can get. And then, you know, you're just then using, I think I also have Breach Surge. But really, it's just Aqua Blades is really strong. You know what I'm talking about, folks. I mean, Ureli, she's just a grouping frame for me. That's the only reason I use her. Let's be real here. I don't even know where the Necramech spawner is. It's got to be somewhere over here. It's got to be one at least close by. Fuck. Is it like way down here? This is the gimmick, folks. This is the fun part. I think the Necramech spawner is over here. Mike, is that correct? Where the fuck is the Necramech spawner? Dude, this sucks. Why can you not just like... Am I crazy? Is it down here or something? What the hell is going on, folks? I just have to keep them at least near it. Am I going crazy? I should know where all these are. Is it over here? It's... No, it's not even over here. What the fuck? Where's this Necramech spawner? What the hell's going on, folks? Is it up here? It's got to be up here. No, what the... Where is this Necramech spawner? Anyway, I guess we'll just let them hang out, and then I'll just wait for a Necramech to spawn. Here we go. There's 3 stacks of the electricity bonus all at once. Step 2, get Eclipse active. Step 3, press 4, and we go live. Yeah, I don't even know where the Necramech spawner is. This is top tier gameplay. Yep, once again, folks, great at this game. I don't even know where the Necramech spawned from, so I wouldn't even know where to stand. Gotta go, my phone is about to die. Good luck on your stream. Good night. Shout out Daniel Reyes. Shout out Kazi for following also. Yeah, I don't even have a single electricity proc active right now, but then all of a sudden I'll get fucking 5. Yeah, folks, I'm not seeing this Necramech spawner. Starting to piss me off. No, that's a Gruzzling. Yeah, we're at 2 minutes. I guess we'll just kill the Gruzzling and then hope that the Necramech spawns. I mean, yeah, you're just seeing the damage, folks. It's just dumb as fuck. There he is. There you are. Good boy. Such a happy fellow. There you go. Too easy. All right, here we go. Still no Necramech spawns. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. It's kind of pissing me off, folks. I'm doing this mission just to test against Necramechs. That's literally it. I'm gonna run out of life support at 2.5 minutes. I mean, god damn. There we go. There's the Necramech spawner. Oh, it is way over there. Oh my god, is there actually just not a spawner in here? That's kind of crazy. News to me, folks. Honestly, news to me. That should have spawned the Necramech at this point. I think that was the noise for when it spawned. So let's run over here and have some fun showing off this gameplay. Let's see. Come on, where are you, bud? There he is. There's the good fella. Anyway, I do have Arcane Avenger. I do also have Eclipse. So you're about to see some top tier gameplay. Let's do it, folks. Here we go. Get this. Get Eclipse. Get the 75% damage buff going. Eclipse is now the same damage as Roar. So really the only reason I'm using Eclipse over Roar is because I have like negative range. But yeah, you're seeing it, folks. I'm literally just standing here holding down fire on that Necramech, and you can just see the health bar just get fucking melted. Like, it's so sick. Furis Incarnon is like so much fun. It's insanely fun. I'm so glad. Like, all of these Incarnons are like absolute game changers. They're some of my favorites. I watched the dev shorts. There's new shit coming. I know what's happening. I heard Kuva and I heard Tenet, and I am just like ready for it, folks. That's all you have to say. More fucking god tier weapons. That's all I want. I want more power creep in this game. I'm not, you know, I need more. I need more. I'll never be satisfied. Okay, folks? Let's be real. We're just cruising on through. I mean, it's just like seriously way too easy. I mean, what you're really just talking about is this thing just like, God, it's number 4 on the list, and it's still like so strong. Like, just way too easy to use. So much fun to just run around. I don't even have my buffs active. I'm not even playing this game properly. God, I'm just going crazy, folks. I'm going crazy. I'm losing it. But yeah, I mean, this is exactly what you want to see, is just running around like an absolute madman, just playing the game like a savage. Super simple, like top tier gameplay. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I mean, I will say there will be a dead point in the middle of this video, but I guarantee somebody is just going to click around. So that's why I put the time codes. I'll put the time codes in, so yeah, you can just click around, watch what you want to watch. I think we can do maybe 6 weapons. We'll definitely do 5. I'll see if I have time for like 6 or 7, so that'll be the main test. That's the Acolyte spawning. Gotta love it. I'm gonna use a little bit of knife action while I chill here. Come on, give me some good melee, or give me some good heavy attacks. Here we go, here we go. Come on. Get some big damage. I want to hit this. I want to hit this while I can. Okay. Easy, easy. Come on. Give me the damage. There you go. Too easy. And I'm out of here. Alright, folks. I mean, folks, it's fun. Number 4 on the list. We're still in the high, you know, we're in the like top cream of the crop type weapons. But who doesn't love it? 2,800 likes. Holy shit. Shout out. 6 new followers. Shout out. 80 comments. I'm just looking at the TikTok stats now. So 242 views. Love the stats. You know, shout out. Always love the TikTok streams. They always go so well. But yeah, that's number 4 on the list. Furis Incarnon. Let's talk about number 5 on the list. Vermisplicer, the first of the kit guns. Touchy-feely 2. Still not ranked up. Okay. Oh. Kind of weird choices. I think I might take Harrow. I might actually just take Harrow in this situation. Harrow will be very easy to use. So yeah, this is number 5 on the list. This is Vermisplicer at 820. I think I might go pretty long. I might do, you know, 6, 7. I might do all the kit guns. How about that? I'll do all the kit guns. We'll do all 3 of the kit guns. I'll show off why I love infinite ammo, why I love running around like a madman. I just have way too much fun with this game. Like, it's so good. I mean, it's just, oh. And shout out all the comments. I mean, I love having chat here. You guys are always the best. Step 1, run over to the main area. Oh, this is a good spawn. I know there's a Necramech spawner, like, really close. I think it's down here, so I'll have to kite them all the way over here. So let's just start pulling them this way. Here we go. Let's do some touchy-feely action. Hit these guys real quick. I need about 1,000 damage. I got 8,000. Too easy. Next step, I'm gonna get pillage. Oh, I triggered the wrong ability. I need pillage. Give me the shields. That's good. I'm gonna hit this. And I'm gonna cast another pillage real quick. So I've got 120 seconds of increased fire rate. I've got the crit damage bonus, or the crit chance bonus. I'm out of ammo. I'm going to run out of... it's going to take me longer to recharge the gun than it's going to burn through all the ammo, which is just exactly what you want. But this is what you're looking for, folks. Spam pillage. Keep that active at all times. Keep your 4 active at all times. Gamers, you know how the game works. It's not too difficult. I've got a bunch of bots down here, so I can keep them around here just chilling. Chilling and cruising. Yeah, I'm just waiting for a Necramech to spawn. It's a minute in. I don't think they spawn until about 2 minutes in, so I could do this. I hope that's a good showing for the kills per second. Oh my god. Folks, I mean, do you love this game or what? Just another day in Warframe, lol. Yeah, I know. I'm like literally just standing here tanking shots, and then I'm like, oh, there's too many enemies in front of me. Whoop! Just wipe everything. Just, Jesus Christ, this is hilarious. It's comical. I mean, but that's why beam weapons are always just so much fun. Like, they're just so good. Oh my god. And then when I use it against the Necramech, you get an even better shot. There's a Necramech spawn at 1 minute 52. We're also going to get a Gruzzling spawn real quick. Gotta love a little Gruzzle action. We can all get down for some Gruzzling. Shout out Mike Takeover for saying, what am I watching? Stick around, Mike. We're going to kill a Gruzzling, and then we're going to fight a Necramech. So you're going to enjoy it. I'll tell you what, you're going to have lots of fun. This is the Necramech, that big honking dude. That's a scary boy. I'm going to dump my mag right into his face. I'm going to recharge that mag. Let's see how much damage this fool takes. And that's the nice thing. This guy has a multi-shot of 22. He's dead. I definitely got a bunch of bonus DPS from all the Culverine that were around it that just self-destructed. Like, the self-destruct damage on the Culverine is actually fucking, like, really, really nice. It's a really nice DPS boost. It comes in clutch. Where's this Gruzzling? Dude, there's the Gruzzling. I mean, I'm ready to get Gruzzling. I mean, folks, are you not ready to get Gruzzling? I mean, every day of the week, I wake up in the morning and I'm like, God, you know, I need to get Gruzzled at least 5 times today. Because that's the thing, is when I'm waiting in every cavia mission for that little freaking Gruzzling to give me an Entrati Lanthorn. It's always the Lanthorns. I mean, like, fuck off with these Lanthorns. I don't need Lanthorns. I have, like, Literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of lanterns. I don't need them. I don't understand why they're like this coveted resource. I'm like, dude, I have so many. Like, what are these? Give me less. I want lanthorns in less drops. Like, keep it to Netracells. Pull it out of the Gruzzling drop table, and I'll be happy. Because you can get it from Necramechs. You can farm it from Necramechs, not just get it from. I'm gonna fail this if I can't activate this, but I'm being time slowed right now. Is that another Necramech, or is that the same Necramech? That's the same Necramech. He didn't actually die. Oh, folks, am I embarrassed or what? Is this exactly what you would expect from my stream? I think the answer is yes. Anyway, I dealt some damage to him. I'll deal some more damage to him. I'm just clicking him, holding my trigger on his face. I've deactivated my invincibility buff, so I'm going to hit this. I'm going to hit Pillage while I'm invincible. That's going to give me a nice, juicy bonus. I do think he's dead. Yeah, I think he is now, in fact, been pronounced dead. So one Necramech down. I mean, still moving at full speed. Like, still just cruising and bruising. Way too simple. Way too easy. Clear him out like it's nothing. Super easy. Ooh, we get an early Acolyte spawn, folks. Am I spoiled or what? Shout out Mike Takeover. Official T-Man says, what gun am I using? I am using the Vermisplicer secondary kit gun. So the Vermisplicer is essentially a shotgun beam. I just fell right into the pit. Is that the most embarrassing thing I've done all stream? Yeah, that's just my... Yeah, let's hit this. We're at 446. I want to hit some life support real quick, but I also want to hit this. And then also, while that's active, I want to hit this. That's going to give me 80 seconds. I'm going to recast this and then hit this again. That should be all I need. Oh, he stunned me. I'm going to hit this. Oh, another Necramech's alive. I'm going to run over here. Feeling a little risky right now, folks. What you're seeing is major risk. This is me playing like a maniac. Playing like an absolute savage. Let's hit this. Let's get some energy going. I need that energy regen. Need to get juiced up. Mania needs to die. Mania just needs to die. I can get invincibility from this, so I'm going to get invincibility and then just hit this dude in the face with my heavy attack weapon. Where the fuck are you? Come on, give me one good slash bomb. That's all I need. One good slash bomb. Oh, he stunned me. I can do this, and he's dead. Okay, Mania's down. Not even going to bother. I'm almost dead. I am just playing it so risky. I'm going to hit Pillage, and I'm out of here, folks. I'm not dealing with that Necramech. That was stressful. Hope you enjoyed that little breath of fresh air. I'm out of here. We got the Steel Essence. That's all I cared about. It's the only reason I'm in this mission is to kill the Gruzzling and to get the Steel Essence. And I'm just praying that the Gruzzling gives me an Echo Voca instead of fucking Entrati Lanthor. Commentating Warframe, yeah, that's right. I'm playing Warframe. Garbage all around, trash, trash, trash. Not the game, just all the rewards I got. I got Entrati Lanthorns and fucking Secondary Deadhead, but whatever. Secondary Deadhead is just another secondary arcane. Doesn't really matter what it is. Anyway, here we go. Keep it moving. Come over here. Okay, so that was Vermisplicer. Let's talk about Gaze next up on the list. Oh my god, I don't think that's an accurate spot for the Vermisplicer. I don't think that's where it's going to stay. Gaze, all the way down at the bottom. Right there. So we'll do this one, and then we'll do Sporelacer, and that might be all I have time for. Harrow, actually, I might actually use... Ooh, but I could use... Let's use Wisp. Wisp is going to be a very fun one. Let's see if my... Dagger is officially ranked up or not. Come on. Yes. Okay. Dagger is ranked up. So now I can choose whatever I want. So I could technically choose Fang Prime, and I think I should use Fang Prime because that's the next weapon I need to rank up. Range of 1.75. Like, yeah, Jesus Christ. Okay, let's do it. Let's go. Okay, this will be second to last. We got one more after this. And yeah, I mean... 7 out of 15. That's kind of all I really have time for. 3,000 likes on TikTok. Shout out. Really appreciate it. Keep it moving. All right. Just building it up like crazy. Yeah, dude. Honestly, I applied for the Streamlabs TikTok stream key like integration, and they denied me twice. So I'm like, oh, well, I guess there's your answer. I'm stuck using fucking TikTok Live Studio. So there you go, folks. That's exactly what I want to see. So I guess, you know, eventually we'll be moving to doing more streams, and we'll kind of go from there. But for now, I'm focusing right now on getting 4,000 watch hours, because I'm pretty sure if I get that for 1 year, then I just have that achievement forever. And then I just, from there, just need to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so I think it'll benefit me to just continue on with the, you know, the tier list style videos that we've been doing. So keep that in mind. Obviously, when I'm using the gaze, I am using it with a buff Warframe, so it's just insanely strong. Just keep that in mind, folks. Just the numbers you're seeing are just comical. I can even cast Breach Surge to multiply the numbers even more. Really hilarious. Look at this, folks. So good. Anyway, let it charge. We've got all the enemies kind of around here now, so that's basically all I need to do. Keep Roar active. It's a 123% Roar buff, so insane amounts of damage, like ludicrous amounts of damage. Just run around shooting all the shit, going crazy. I mean, yeah, folks, it's Gaze secondary will honestly like always be one of my favorite secondaries of all time, but yeah, it just doesn't compete with like the Atomos in terms of like raw DPS. Like in terms of KPS, yeah, this thing is totally doable, totally fine. You can see you put in 0 effort and it just clears shit out like it's nothing. I really just need a Necramech to spawn already. You guys are killing me. You guys are wasting my time. But yeah, we're almost out of here. We've got Gaze to talk about, and then Sporelacer, and then yeah, we're done. All right, there's the Necramech spawning. I'm gonna get some Roar buffs going real quick. You're gonna notice the Cascadia Flare is gonna get fully charged, like essentially instantly. It's really fast. Okay, now's a good opportunity to clear out a bunch of enemies. Now that the Necramech has officially spawned, we'll go in and clear out enemies. I'm almost doing the Trump voice when I do that, so gotta be careful with that. Fully charged, fully ready to go. Come around the corner. Oh my god. Oh god, 1 sec. He's staggering me like a son of a bitch. Come in like crazy, and he's down. Jesus Christ, dude. Woo. I mean, those numbers are just exactly what you want to see. And then I can come over here, deal with this silly little fella, like this goober. Looking so goofy, dead, super simple. Come over here, clear him out like it's nothing. I mean, good lord, folks. It is, you know, the first 5 minutes of a Steel Path survival, so obviously, like, you know, I'm not out here doing level cap, folks. I'm not doing level 1000. I'm doing missions where I can use whatever the fuck I want. I can use whatever random melee weapon I want. That's really the main thing, is I've got so many melee weapons, and I've got like 5 melee arcane adapters. Like, I'm actually farming arcane adapters. I have a bunch, and I'm just waiting to save them. I'm going to put them, so I put them on all heavy attack weapons. So that means two-handed Nikanas, dual daggers. You know, I've got the dual daggers active right now. I could use that a little bit more. Oh my, wait a minute. No, I mean, I do have an insane fire rate, but I think this might be a really, really juicy combo. I think this actually, like, these dual daggers might be like really, really cracking. I have like a broken amount of attack speed though, so it's not like an accurate showing, but yeah, look at these numbers, dude. I'm just like running around like a madman. Yeah, so like recently I've just realized, like, oh, pretty much all of the heavy attack weapons that I've been hesitant to use all have built-in slash procs on the standing combos. So you're seeing, like, even if I'm not doing the heavy attacks, I'm still getting those slash procs, and it's just like wiping. It's just dealing so much damage. I'm actually going to get rid of this Necramech. We're not going to spawn a second Necramech, but yeah, look at that, folks. Gotta let my bitch charge. Gotta let him chill out. It does have a long delay before it charges again, so that's the big trade-off, is that this ribbon does have that major, major downside. Let's hit this real quick. I just need to get a few more KPS. I need a few more life support drops to really keep moving. Alright, discharged. Oh, it's Violence. Oh, this is a good one. So Violence can't really purge Ivara's buff, because, you know, I can just stand in this circle and get continuous buffs. So I can just stand here and tank his hits. So savage. Like, oh my god, so much fun. I'm playing a risky game, but I do think I'm safe. And I can just go through with my build. I mean, look at this. It's insane. So yeah, I mean, I'm double dipping. I'm using absolute meta secondaries, and then I'm also using, you know, hybrid melee attack or hybrid heavy attack weapons. And that's also the trade-off, is like, you know, these secondary weapons are just so strong that you can honestly use whatever melee weapon you want and still survive. Like, you can go into most like weekly missions with a pistol and a melee weapon, and that's it. And whatever weird Warframe combo you have will work perfectly fine. Like, It slaps. It's so much fun. I hope you're just enjoying it alongside me, because God, I'm having so much fun, because it took me forever. I was literally testing weapons for like 4 hours yesterday, because I was like, okay, I need to actually go in and see, okay, does the DPS and the KPS actually keep up? I had to actually go in and verify, because I can't just like, I had a setup going. I did a tier list at one point, but it just wasn't the level that I wanted it to be. I wanted a tier list that really made it very clear. Now, the fun one, the one that I've been waiting to use, the perfect combo. We're using Gauss, and of course, number 7 on the list, the last weapon we're going to be reviewing, Sporelacer. Sporelacer secondary. So much fun. Like, especially with Gauss. Gauss is fucked. I'm going to get 140% attack speed, or 263% fire rate. That's insane. And I'm going to get ammo efficiency. I'm going to get 18 seconds of ammo efficiency. So one of the most crazy fun builds that I know of. You get resistance to all knockdowns, so you can just spam your AoE. Like, brainlessly, don't even aim. Just click, 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 click all over the whole playing field. Turn it all to a wasteland. So much fun. You're going to see it. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. Let's just get right into it, folks. I'm not really slowing down. I'm not really doing anything too crazy. Like, Gauss is a very easy Warframe to play. You keep your 2 active. You keep your 4 active. And then the secret strat is that once your battery gauge is in that circular part, once it's above the red line, then you can tap your 1 and it never costs energy. So as long as you're continuously moving and you're constantly tapping your 1, that's going to keep that circular battery fully charged, and that means you're going to max out your overcharge. Now, the secret strat for Gauss, the thing that really takes him to the top, is that you need to be at 100% charge. So it doesn't matter. Anything below 100 is useless, but once you hit 100, you can tank an infinite amount of damage, and your battery gauge will never deplete at all. So you can essentially tank all of the damage effects that Gauss is permanently resistant to. He can tank infinite hits from those, and he'll never take damage, and he'll get infinite energy from it. So it's one of the most fucked up combos, and you have 110 seconds on the ability. Like, you have so, well, that's with the Archon shards, but you're seeing this. Like, I literally have infinite ammo. Like, it's so fucking evil. I just ran out of energized munitions. You recast it and you go crazy again. Like, stats don't matter. When you can shoot this many bullets, you're gonna crash your computer. I should use this setup if I want to crash my computer, because I've been meaning to test that. Like, putting my computer through its paces. This is what I want to do. This is fucking awesome. This is so hilarious. Like, this is what you want in Warframe. You want a level of DPS that it's gonna crash your computer. That, like, your CPU is just screaming. Oh my god. This is fucking evil. Anyway, keep it up. Keep it moving. Alright. Okay, Necramech is spawning. Don't want to let him die. We're gonna let him chill. Oh, my red line is deactivated, so I have about 10 seconds to get as much charge as I can. I'm gonna run away a little bit, get a charge going, and then we'll run back over. So I just need to get a charge started. Oh, it's a Bone Widow, so it'll be a little bit easier. Get energized munitions going. It's kind of a waste of about half of the duration. Here we go. Let's do it. I don't know if you can even see the Necramech. There's the Necramech. I'll try and keep the health bar in view so you can see the damage being dealt. Okay, get energized munitions again. And we go in again. Okay. Yeah, like you're seeing it. The heat procs are getting a decent chunk of armor strip, and then I'm literally just dumping like hundreds of shots into his face. It's hilarious. It is just like, mwah. Oh, and we get an Echo Voca out of it. Fuck yes, I'm so lucky. Hit this. I mean, folks, this is not like so much fun. Come on, come on, move a little bit faster. Oh, God. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. Done for it. Too easy. Okay. Grab the Echo. And, folks, I think we're out of here. We've got 2 minutes left on the gameplay. We're lagging the fuck out of my computer. Yeah, I think the last upgrade that I need to make to this PC is getting a Ryzen 9 5900X, and then I'll be set. Because I think that'll be the final upgrade that I need. All right. Here we go. Okay. I mean, as you can see, like it's way too easy to understand. It's just so much fun. You have max duration for the 100 seconds. Yeah, I actually have beyond max duration because of the Archon shards. So I have 2 Tau Forged red Archon shards for duration. Really, really fucking savage. And yeah, you really need it. You have 100%, or you have 100 seconds. Excuse me. You don't have 110. You have 105. Still a lot, but yeah, not 110. But yeah, 100 seconds is just so nice. I think abilities, like the maximum duration on an ability is 120 seconds or like 2 minutes. So definitely keep that in mind. But yeah, folks, I'm having so much fun. Keep moving. Literally keep moving with Gus. That's the only gameplay that matters, is that you have to be constantly moving. But here's the thing with Gus. As long as your battery is at full charge, you're good to go. That's the only thing that's really important, is that once your battery is at full charge, it'll be building your percent gauge, and you just need to max out that percent gauge, and then you're fine. Close, gonna reactivate energized munitions. Oh, it's Mania, so actually a pretty good setup for the Sporelacer. Yeah, I mean, it's just so savage. We're at 100%, so now we just wait for the mission to finish. Yeah, I'm curious. I do want to, like, so this is a good thing to test. So I think right now, Gauss lags the game. Like, Gauss with the Sporelacer lags the game more than anything else in the game. So I'm going to use this to my advantage. Because, yeah, my FPS is dropping to 60 right now. Like, it's normally at, like, 110, and it's at fucking 60. So it's like, Jesus Christ. At a certain point, you do just, like, max out the capacity of your PC. Anyway, we are done, folks. That was a great stream. We reviewed 7 different weapons. We talked about all 15 of them. Next week is also going to be another 15 weapon tier list, because, of course, pistols are very fun, but also very weird. I think for the next tier list, I'm going to be playing Elite Sanctuary Onslaught, because these pistols are only used for KPS. The only thing that matters for them is kills per second. So I think I might do that, or I might do, because Conjunction, I won't really be able to use them in Conjunction. So it's more like, these pistols are not necessarily weapons that can carry you in every mission. Like, I wanted to show off the meta pistols, because I do feel like they work really well. But yeah, the S tier pistol is not going to be on the same level. But yeah, shout out everybody on TikTok. Shout out everybody on YouTube. An hour and 40 minutes. Pretty good stream. I lagged the fuck out of my computer. That's really awesome. So yeah, YouTube, you guys were great. As always, if you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate if you liked the video and also subscribed. You know, I've got doing these streams every week. I also have WARFRAME builds going up every week. So definitely stay tuned for those. Sunday's video is Korra Prime. So that's going to be a pretty exciting one. But yeah, I mean, overall, not super crazy. I hope you enjoyed. That's all I got for you. New stuff in the works. We're getting way closer to 500 subscribers, so that's the goal right now, is 500. And then I can work on getting channel memberships, get that all set up, so that's really exciting. TikTok, you guys were great as always. But yeah, that's all I got for you. Take care, YouTube.